Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is April 12, 2024, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, gold continues to push higher to new record highs. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we start out the day 8 a.m. South African time. Out of Great Britain, we have a gross domestic product, GDP number coming out. And later today, 4 p.m. out of the United States, U of M consumer sentiment, which is an important number. Now, after yesterday, we've had a roller coaster of a ride. PPI came out really good, and that affected the market. So starting out with the Forex symbols, the US dollar advances versus the major pairs, including making the Japanese yen go to new record lows. Now, looking at the indices, the Dow Jones unchanged, while the NASDAQ rallies big on the upside. Now looking at gold pushing higher and oil unchanged, but looking at the stocks, Apple makes a big surge upwards. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains steady at 70K. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD. Now I want to highlight this first on a weekly chart, a daily chart, and a minute chart. Number one, we breached that 107 level. That's an important level. The next level is 1660, which you can see here. It's almost there. And then the next level is 105, okay, which we've been there before, and then obviously par to par. So it did retrace. The question is whether or not it's going to continue retracing or it's going to bounce later today. So look at that. Okay, it did breach just below 107. Now, it's not a major breach, so it didn't break below to 106.30-ish level, which would have been significant, but it's at a level where it could bounce right here. So keep that in mind as this continues to trade today. GBP USD did break lower as well, but not massive. Okay, but what is really noteworthy is the Japanese yen. We're looking first at a monthly chart, all-time record lows for the Japanese yen, 153 yen for the dollar as it continues to get weaker. And you can see we broke that double top, okay? And looking at a daily chart, it's right there, okay? It's not receding. So keep an eye on this later today, and it may continue, and that will lead the other currencies lower as well. Now jumping into commodities, gold making new record highs again at just 23.95-ish right now, as it's closing in at that 2400 level. If we look at a weekly chart, all-time record lows. I mean, this is just could go to 2500. So keep that in mind as traders are pushing this. Now, looking at crude oil, unchanged here at $85. Now, this is where it becomes very interesting as the Dow Jones didn't do much yesterday. Okay, retrace really to the bottom of its lows to 38,800. However, the NASDAQ did get a big bounce yesterday. If you look at a 1-hour chart, okay, you could see that 4-hour chart, 18,490. We're just shy of all-time record highs. Now, what happened? Apple had a huge surge yesterday. Look at that 4-hour chart. Boom. Okay, going from 169 to 174, a big bounce for Apple. Now, looking at the other major stocks, Google continues to get stronger as well as it's on its record highs, and so is Amazon. So the FANG stocks are back and they're taking their rotation. If you look at Facebook though, it's mildly higher but not breaking to new record highs. Microsoft mildly higher, not breaking to new record highs. So this, how should we call it? This rotation again may start to include several other things. Now looking at JP Morgan, just slightly lower, okay, to 195. I'm going to be looking at this as the banks are going to be coming out with their corporate earning reports today. Both Wells Fargo and Citibank coming out with their corporate earning reports today. So that's really an important event. Lastly, taking a look at Bitcoin, holding strong above $70,000. Okay, just steady there. And we're in the middle of the range. It's really hard to decipher here which way it's going to go, but keep an eye on it because it could still unlock several different type of opportunities throughout the day. It's a market action play. You know the drill, which means that it's short-term trading. Really scalping is the way to go with Bitcoin. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.